Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is something really special because we're talking about the official opening of a brand new business started by two familiar faces we've watched grow over the years. Tori and Zach Roloff, stars from the beloved show Little People, Big World, have just opened the doors to their very first family-owned restaurant, and yes, it's finally happening today. If you've followed the Roloff family for a while, you already know how deeply rooted they are in family values, hard work, and building something meaningful from the ground up. After stepping away from the cameras and choosing a quieter life outside of reality TV, Tori and Zach have been slowly working on a dream they've talked about for years. Today, that dream becomes a reality. Located in a cozy town just outside of Portland, Oregon, their new restaurant is more than just a place to grab a bite. It's a community-centered, family-first space where you can enjoy great food, relax with friends, and bring the kids along without feeling like they're an inconvenience. That's something Tori was passionate about from the very beginning, creating a space that feels welcoming to everyone, especially families with little ones. The building itself is a renovated farmhouse-style structure, sitting on a peaceful corner lot with a wide gravel parking area and lots of greenery surrounding it. The outside has that classic modern rustic charm. Big windows, a wraparound porch with rocking chairs, and planter boxes overflowing with flowers give it a very down-to-earth vibe. Inside, the warm lighting, reclaimed wood tables, open kitchen, and soft background music create a space that feels like home the minute you walk through the doors. Tori and Zach named the restaurant Heights Kitchen, a subtle nod to both their Raising Heights podcast and the fact that they've always embraced their journey and their differences with pride. The name represents how far they've come together, not just as a couple, but as a team, building a life rooted in love, laughter, and community. The grand opening kicked off this morning at 10 a.m., and by the time the doors opened, there was already a crowd waiting outside, fans, locals, and even some extended Roloff family members who came out to support. Amy Roloff was seen hugging guests, snapping selfies, and of course, giving her seal of approval on the cinnamon rolls that are already becoming a crowd favorite. The menu at Heights Kitchen is exactly what you'd expect from a couple who values simple, delicious food made with love. Think comfort food, but elevated. From gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches to grass-fed burgers with hand-cut fries, the offerings are satisfying and wholesome. They also have healthier options like avocado quinoa bowls, seasonal salads, and fresh-pressed juices. Everything is locally sourced as much as possible, with an emphasis on supporting Oregon farmers and food artisans. One of the coolest things about this restaurant is the kid-friendly space. Tori, being a mom of 3 herself, made sure there was a little play nook filled with books, puzzles, a chalkboard wall, and even a soft mat corner for toddlers to crawl around. There's also a kids' menu designed with both nutrition and fun in mind: chicken bites, veggie mac and cheese, and mini smoothies that come with a silly straw. Zach, on the other hand, was hands-on with designing the coffee and dessert bar. He's always been a big coffee guy, so they brought in a professional barista to train the staff and invested in high-end espresso machines. Their signature latte is a maple cinnamon twist that's already getting rave reviews. And the desserts? Think chocolate chip skillet cookies, fresh berry shortcakes, and their own take on a s'mores brownie that melts in your mouth. But there's one feature at Heights Kitchen that has everyone talking: the body cam challenge. Yes, this is something Zach joked about on the podcast months ago, and they actually made it a reality. Each server wears a tiny lapel cam while taking orders. It's not for surveillance, but more like a fun twist. If there's a mix-up and it's the server's error caught on camera, say they forgot someone said no pickles, the guest gets their meal for free. It adds a playful energy to the service experience, and customers are loving it. The staff, by the way, is a mix of experienced restaurant folks and local teens who were trained over the past few weeks. Tori and Zach made sure to create an environment where their employees feel appreciated, respected, and encouraged to grow. It's very clear they're not just opening a business. They're building a workplace culture that mirrors their personal values. The Roloff kids were at the opening too. Jackson was proudly showing off the play area to some other kids. Lila helped hand out balloons, and baby Josiah was tucked in his stroller napping through most of the excitement. Tori mentioned during a quick chat that her hope is to one day see her children grow up in this space, maybe even helping out behind the counter, when they're old enough. Now, you might be wondering why Tori and Zach chose to open a restaurant instead of sticking with TV or online ventures. According to them, it's about connection. After years of being on a screen, they missed real-life interaction with people. They wanted to serve their community in a tangible way, to create a place where stories are shared over meals, where neighbors meet, and where family feels at the center of everything. They've already planned weekly events for the restaurant. Story time Saturdays for kids, live acoustic music on Friday nights, and a Sunday supper, family-style meal once a month where guests share big tables and pass plates around like it's Thanksgiving. These aren't just gimmicks. They're designed to build something lasting and special. The reviews so far? Everyone's loving it. Social media is buzzing. Pictures of the food, the cozy interiors, and selfies with Zach and Tori are flooding Instagram. Yelp has already received a handful of 5-star reviews praising the attentive service, flavorful food, and how welcomed families feel. One of the guests we spoke to said this: "You can tell this place was made by people who understand what it's like to dine out with kids. There's no judgment, just joy. And the food is seriously good." That kind of feedback is exactly what Tori and Zach hoped for. They also partnered with a few local charities for the opening day. A portion of the proceeds from today's sales is going to a local children's literacy nonprofit and an organization that supports families with children who have dwarfism. Both causes are close to their hearts, and it shows. At around 2 p.m., there was a short speech by Zach out front under a banner that said, "Welcome to Heights Kitchen." He thanked everyone for showing up, talked about how much this moment meant to them, and even got a little emotional. He said, "We didn't build this for cameras. We built it for connection. We built it for our family and for yours." The applause that followed said it all. Tori added something too. She talked about the hard days, the doubts, the days when construction ran late and budgets ran tight. But she also said that every step brought them closer to something real. Something rooted in their values and their love for people. She looked at the crowd and said, "We hope this place becomes your place too." Looking ahead, they plan to stay fully involved in the day-to-day operations. Tori will be managing the community events and family programming. Zach will oversee the kitchen and back-end logistics. They're even hiring a small video team to capture moments and maybe share a few vlogs about what it's like running a restaurant while raising a family of 5. At the end of the day, what makes this launch feel so special isn't the fancy food or cool design ideas. It's the heart behind it. Tori and Zach have always shown up for each other, for their kids, and for the people who followed their story. Now they've created a space where anyone can walk in, grab a bite, and feel like part of something honest and real. So, if you're in the Oregon area, go check out Heights Kitchen. Grab a seat, enjoy a cinnamon latte, let your kids color on the chalk wall, and soak in the fact that 2 people with a lot of courage and a lot of love built something beautiful today. Thanks for tuning in, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment letting us know your favorite Roloff memory or what dish you'd try at Heights Kitchen first. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and support your local dreamers just like Tori and Zach.